about work, the kind of stress it comes with. Sometimes when you're planning to go to work and you have an interview, you always envisage how the interview should go.
Of course.
And then when you get it, sometimes either the guest will bail out on you. Or you get there's some days that everything goes off.
I think the thing is, it's always nice when you have guests that there are some guests that are fun to interview, and you watch some of their interviews that, this person will be fun to interview.
True.
But when it comes to you, it's like there's something off about the person. It's like you're talking to the person's not giving you the answers that you
wake up well.
Oh my goodness. It's so frustrating. I'm like, come on, talk. I need you to talk.
Have you ever had an interview where the person just gives one word as a response? Yes.
I'm sure I have.
Maybe.
I'm looking for a name, but yeah. It's because you see, and they don't get it because we need you to answer, what is your name? I won't just ask you, if I needed just your name, I would say, what is your name? But I'm saying, tell me about, growing up and how childhood was for you. Don't just tell me you grew up in Tema. No, I don't want that.
That's what I grew up in Tema.
It's actually very stressful.
And sometimes they make you look like it's you who don't know what you're about. Like this girl doesn't do proper interview and it was not fun. They don't know that.
And I think people should also understand that every presenter has their style.
True.
Presenting. True. Unless, of course, somebody wants to be like MzGee.
No.
And so wants to copy how MzGee. But every good presenter has a way they want to do their interviews.
That even brings me to the point, I feel like there's so much happening in this space that it's not just only us. Akua. They call it
Which
Akua
of the
Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. You can't miss her.
I wonder how she's managed to carry Akua Ghana's Most Beautiful
till date.
So, and now she's presenting as well.
Yeah.
I want to understand, how,
the transition.
And how she's coping with the space. Because people will still say, she's a beauty queen. And whether the people really accepted him.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on, when I'm done with Akua, I'll call a very, very sweet gospel star. Like, she's got an amazing voice. She ministers well. I go to church with her. She's one of the worship leaders. Let's see what the gospel would also think about the space. So now, first, let me call Akua to see what have a conversation with her.
Is she going to join us?
Yes, hopefully she's available.
Okay.
She'll join us.
Okay.
So like I'm going to call her. I hope that she's available to join us.
Yeah, that would be great.
Like the two of them, she and Queendalyn. Let's see what happens. Okay, we got that. Hello, Akua.
Yes, darling.
Okay, so me and Jackie, we are having a conversation here, and we want you to join us because Jackie is a broadcaster, and so we were talking about how we manage being in this space, and so Jackie and I thought that we could actually ask you to join our conversation, and you were a beauty queen, Goddess was beautiful, first ever Ashanti region winner.
Yeah.
Anna, who's your first one?
I'm the first.
You're the first, and so that you join us for the conversation. Now that you are also doing TV proper, so that we find out, how it feels like to be a female in this space. Will you be able to join us?
I was actually on my way to the mall, but I'll pass through quickly.
Please come. Let's girls have some conversation. Please come, okay?
Sure.
All right. So we're expecting you. Sure. All right. So at least we got lucky with
we got her. Perfect.
Okay. So now let's try Queendalyn and see whether it's going to work. Okay, hello Queendalyn.
Hi.
Okay, so see, you have to come to my house right now. Like we're about to have a girl, we're about to have a girls sit up. We're about to talk about the industry, this creative space. So like, I need you to come right now. Let's talk about being girls in the industry. I know you'll never feel me, so I'm just expecting you, like right now. I have a surprise for you, so come. Oh, come. Forget meeting. Come. See you soon. Plenty of food. Come. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Jackie's, we're about to have a conversation.
We have 2 other ladies
joining us.
Perfect.
I can't wait. Let me be sipping my drinks while they come.
Cheers then.
And cheers to. Let me get up and
cheers to us.
Charlie.
Cheers to
Yeah. To more
Cheers
good
to
times.
just being us.
Yes, just being us. So,
Hello, darling.
you're here already. Yay.
Welcome.
Thank you, darling. I
Welcome.
told you I was on my way to the mall.
Yeah, you
did.
look so colorful.
Thank you, my love.
Just like Jackie. Jackie, they love to play with colors.
I love colors.
So,
Yellow is a bold color.
Yeah, I love colors, but green is my favorite.
Oh, mine is
I
red.
thought you were going to say nude. Like every time, like when it comes to shoes, every time Jackie has a new shoe.
Oh,
I have like 5 nude shoes.
I think it's quite classy.
So you came in now.
Hello.
Okay, you're welcome. Please have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Queendalyn, do you know Akua?
I know her on TV.
Okay, I think she knows
Of
you.
course.
Yeah, okay. But you know Jackie too.
On TV.
Okay.
Who doesn't know Ikea?
You know, but Akua, do you know
I am
Queendalyn?
No, I don't. It's quite unfortunate. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Oh, don't be sorry.
Jackie, you know her?
I know her from you.
First of all, we need to get Queendalyn and, of course, Akua a drink. So let's get a drink for them. Hello, please, can you bring a drink for my other 2 guests? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We're going to have a toast to us being ladies in the industry. They say it's male dominated. I don't know, what do you think so?
We'll get there.
No, but what about you?
There's no two ways about that fact.
Jackie.
I think the whole world is male dominated.
Yeah.
It's not just about our industry.
So why did Beyonce lie to us?
It's our world though. It's our world. It's our world though. But the male, they are dominant. But it's our world. Yes.
So it's not just in our space.
Not at all. It's not just in our space. If you go to banking, a lot of men are in banking. I mean, there are even more. If you go to engineering, architecture,
don't go there.
marketing, lots of men. So I think in every space you'd find more men. But even in our industry, I think when we talk of presenters, I think there are more female presenters than men. Let's be fair.
Female presenters.
There are lots of female presenters
to
than
present
male.
on soft topics.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Okay,
That's on so like that's serious.
Yeah, pink topics. Stuff. That's all we get.
Hey,
I get you.
Charlie, them two.
Well,
Now let's settle down properly. So we're going to be us. Let me start with my pledge. So hanging out with the ladies on Just Being Us, I promise to be myself and nothing else. Queendalyn.
I promise to be myself and nothing else.
I promise to be myself.
I will definitely be myself.
Okay, so cheers to us. Cheers. You know that one they do in the air. Cheers. Okay. Okay. I like where she started from.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yep. You know, if you look at this industry, I mean the media space, whenever there's an important topic, even if it's women related, talk of child mortality, abortion, these are topics that should be handled by women. But we live in an industry that we get men to actually talk on sex topics. And when it is topics that has to do with fashion, furniture, makeup, entertainment. Even entertainment, the difficult part of entertainment is being given to men to handle.
The hard conversation.
Exactly, it's being given to men to handle. But when it comes to pink conversations, soft ones, they think that is what we...
Is it like we've tolerated that, or we've?
I think it starts from the traditional background as well, because as Africans, as Ghanaians, it's a patriarchal system where you feel like the men are this and the women are that, and the narrative is actually changing. So every
But
day
the
I say the
reality
men,
is,
they need
it's
to-
not only happening in our part of the world. I did a bit of research and I realized it's actually happening everywhere.
almost everywhere. Yeah.
Is it like we've tolerated that, or we've agreed? You know, even International Women's Day, breaking the bias. And then they say women say this. Is it like we've tolerated it and now we are trying so hard to say, give us space. We can also do it. I don't know.
I don't think... it's not about telling them to give us space. It's about proving ourselves. It's about being yourself. It's about
do you think that
We
we've
have not
not
been
done
given the
that?
opportunity
No.
to prove ourselves.
You see, why not, let's create our own space. Let's create they say if nobody invites you to the table, you create your own table.
But you see, for instance, like here I say, if I was working for a media house and then they say, oh, there's some political breaking news and they say a colleague who is male should go and cover because they feel like, oh, you can't cover it. Or they say there's some serious entertainment story. They say, as for women, so let a male go and cover it. How do I begin to create space for myself? It's not my work.
Have you given, you're working in an environment, you're working in a space. Have you given them the cause to think that this girl is not intelligent enough to handle probably a political show? There are some people who cannot handle political shows, and it has nothing to do with whether being a woman or being a man. But if I work in an environment,
men too cannot handle hard stuff.
There's some men.
So don't make it like it's a woman thing.
I know some male presenters who cannot host political shows, and it has nothing. It has nothing to do with
gender.
No. So if I'm working in a space and I'm doing political stories, constantly I'm reporting on political issues, and an opportunity comes and you don't put me on, then it's clear you are against women.
The reality is most journalists, we start from the scratch.
Yes, they don't go with any portfolio. They build as it goes on.
So you start in the newsroom.
Majorly, yes, in the newsroom.
Majorly, I think serious issues.
But I think the only part of news that most of the people go with clear intention is sports and entertainment.
Okay.
I think so.
And
I might be wrong. But I started as an intern. When I was an intern back in the day, I always said, I wanted to do social stories. And then social stories, some way, someone, entertainment found its way into social stories. But I never went to say I wanted to do political stories. But I think those who also did, I don't know. Maybe people went there with that.
It's a mindset, just like you're saying. If you're getting into this space, into journalism, into presenting, of course you need to make up your mind on what you want to do.
Sometimes when the space you find yourself in is not so favorable to you, sometimes...
Like when you say favorable, like how?
Okay. We live in an environment where if you're a woman, you have to prove beyond every reasonable doubt that you are capable. Yeah. Else, you'll not be given the opportunity. And that is not the same as men. You understand? So when you find yourself in such an environment, and even you can do it, you find it difficult to come out and say, I can handle this. Sometimes you want to be given the opportunity to do it. You get it. You want somebody to believe in your abilities.
And it comes back to what she was saying. We are in a society where even growing up as a woman, they shut you up when you want to talk.
Exactly.
So that we don't build our girl child to be confident. We don't build our girl children to say that, listen, you can do it. Go and take it up. Because listen, even if nobody gives you that opportunity and something comes in, they say, oh, who wants to do it? And you don't go. You've lost it, because maybe you can do it, but because you don't have confidence, like she's saying, because nobody is urging you on, nobody is saying you try it, because you can't win all the time. You will win some, you will lose some. So try it. If you lose this one, you go back, you prepare, come back stronger. But because we don't have that kind of mentality, we have, as for a woman, you are soft.
I think it's because of our build-up. And then even if you watch TVs, if you watch movies, roles that are soft are given to women.
Exactly.
You watch movies and then the hero is always a man. A woman can only be a hero if she is appealing sexually to the man.
And then she has a man assistant.
Exactly. And then growing up, we watch Barbie. We watch movies that has to do with women. So a man, you need to behave in a certain way. You get it. And because of that, we are not forced to come out of that space to do challenging stuff. So personally, I've decided not to make my girl child, I have a girl, watch such movies. Because I don't want her to grow up
thinking she needs to be
put it in a box and say that you're a woman, and so this is what you're supposed to do. Yeah,
exactly.
Even if you look at the Christian side, I'm a gospel artist, so
of course.
You have your own wahala like
this. Even when you look at the Christian side, it's like the culture of the Africans is patriarchal. The people who colonized us are patriarchal.
Exactly.
The people who brought the Bible to the whole Bible
is
has
exactly
some sort of
B,
patriarchal interpretation.
And they'll tell you that it's universal.
You know, and now I'm actually in Bible school. I'm doing my second master's in Bible.
Hey.
Wow. Very soon.
Awesome.
So now we can say also.
And one of the things we're trying to bring in now is some sort of inclusivity, where instead of say, addressing God as a he all the time by father, God doesn't have a gender. He's not a human being. He's not an animal. So he doesn't have a gender. Why do we keep saying our father? Why not our mother? Because there's a part of the Bible that also says he's a many-breasted God. How does a man a male figure have many breasts? And even when he created Adam and Eve, the Bible captured that he created them, male and female, from himself. Do you know? And then aside from that, we say mankind. What happened to womankind? So now in Bible school, they teach you that when you're preaching, you say humankind. You say, you don't personalize it on man. What happened to the women? So that's something we're trying to bring into the gospel as well, where you're very inclusive.
But with the people who
accept it, because I know there are some churches that doesn't even allow women
to sit in front.
Not only sit in front, you can't preach if you're a woman. You can't stand on the pulpit if you're a woman.
And women go to that church.
I thought we've passed that age.
Of course.
No, I'm sure
I've been to a church where if you're a woman and you want to talk to the pastor, you need to go down on your knees.
Hey. Wow. So talking about being a beauty queen and now becoming a TV presenter.
From vampire to fire.
Hey, you know what it is?
I thought because being a beauty queen is an industry on its own.
Hey,
coming to be a presenter,
like the beauty queen is.
But it's not always about.
No.
That's what they say.
Well,
But then there's a perception.
That's what people see. But I think it's a stereotype. Because being a beauty queen entails a lot.
But you also said that at a certain point you used to be you went into pageantry. At that time you are not seeing Christ.
Oh, I said Christ.
Why? What are you saying? Am I a demon?
I said Christ.
You don't know demon. You don't know that. No, but that's a perception. That's a perception.
That's a perception.
Once you say you want
Well,
to
I think it's relative.
There
are some so there are some pageants that you would have to wear revealing clothes.
Yourself.
So the one I did, that was 12 years ago.
Wow, that's a long time.
FOS Peace Pageant, and basically it was more of intellectual than
exactly.
Come and show yourself.
The whole
Intellectual, we don't do like this.
No, we did
the whole
I really wanted to go for beauty pageantry. Why did my size didn't allow me.
Ghana was beautiful.
Oh no,
but even
I didn't even know much about my culture. I'll go and disgrace myself. But I just really love the fact that Charlie, you just
the whole fanfare.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was thinking. The catwalking, come and do.
And even the
just
catwalking, enough for. Who share hill 8 hours,
Hey, but
you can't take off your heels.
You know, Jackie. I don't know about you, but there's a certain light in which, especially if you're in this space as a female, you're seen. I hear people say, "Oh, this is a promiscuous." Even beauty pageant,
Well, the reality is, even in politics, is that
once you're a woman,
and then a politician sat on TV to call another female politician a prostitute.
Here lies a case where even as a gospel musician in your field, I've seen a lot of people try, to make themselves appealing. Then they'll say, "Hey, are you sure you're a gospel musician?"
I think a lot of the gospel musicians now are they're showing us that it's not all about the outfits. And I agree with them because, to be fair, I am singing for God. I am singing to God. I am singing.
But I'm not sure you also agree to that.
Wait, who can I am singing to win souls for Christ.
But you are showing cleavage.
I am singing to win souls for Christ.
You're wearing heavy makeup.
Dress in a certain way to please our church members. My church members already know Christ.
What she told you.
I want to win souls.
So?
Yes,
you think all your church members know
if
Christ?
they don't know Christ, and you're going to make sure Christ.
You're supposed to be an inspiration to others.
I think restricting these gospel artists is a big problem. Because really, if you're a born-again Christian, doesn't mean you should wear rags.
Okay, so I don't think the issue is wearing rags or not wearing rags. Once you tilt towards religion, Islamic, Christian, whatever it is, there is, because we read either the Quran or the Bible or whatever guides your religion, there are certain written down rules of you have to be moderate
Hey,
in
when did
every.
they write it?
No, I mean generally. Generally, you don't want to be objectified as a sex symbol, but
so
you
I
want
can't
to show
dress
your
to make
breast.
myself happy as well.
But why are you happy with your breast out?
My nipple is not showing. No.
But the man is not showing anything.
Ghana is hot. The guys are doing autofist, you don't say why are they showing their black behind.
But I don't think it's just because of how people dress. That's the reason why people tag them. Because I've seen people who dress very decently, but they are more than the devil in hell.
Yeah, but what's the perception of them to people who don't know what they do? Good girl.
No,
But it's
no,
not
the
always the
perception is
case.
not good girl. No, I know people on TV who dress decently, but people still talk about them outside.
No, but
Right.
wait, I like the fact that she said, okay, what's the perception of
Godly.
of them to people? But I thought you said God looks into their hearts.
But man looks at the outside the house.
So what are we pleasing now?
Exactly.
We are pleasing God.
No, I'm not saying I'm on that side. But obviously, I've had situations where I remember when I released my first single and I did the shoots and everything. Someone actually came to my Instagram page and said, hey, gospel artist with eyelash. Oh, yeah. And wrote me some, and you will,
essay.
personally, I'm not a confrontational person, so you will never get me to respond the way you are expecting. So I actually broke a few things down, gave him Bible reference, and I said, you know what, you actually need the Holy Spirit to show you what is right and what. And he was like, you are the one that needs the Holy Spirit. I was like, okay, thank you.
But when
so
lashes is not wrong, is it? It's not wrong.
You see, I haven't seen anywhere it's wrong, and that's what I was saying, that everything has to be done with intent, and you have to be moderate. The funny thing is, sometimes I sit back and I wonder, these people that want to criticize on the tangents of, oh, this thing because you are wearing
it's not good and
you are not holy. You don't even have the right to judge who's holy and who's not. Number one. Number two, the Facebook and Instagram you're sitting on is owned by someone that doesn't even believe there's a God. What are you doing there? So if we had to cast stones,
then all of us will be
nobody
guilty.
will stand. Yeah.
You know, when you're on TV, there's this perception that some big man be somewhere and he's the one footing the bills. Or nowadays, guys, fraud boys they use mostly. Say some fraud boy be somewhere is cashing out and dolling all that money to you.
It's
and all of
unfortunate.
that.
It's unfortunate. MzGee, you are married.
Oh, but people still send me DMs. So
But you reply to the DM.
when I was not married, I used to enjoy. I said people used to send me dicks and things. When people said, yes, you haven't had that kind of thing.
No.
Dicks.
No.
You have, oh no, dicks.
I don't open my DM, so maybe
Maybe
that's why.
I hardly
Especially on Facebook. You also don't open your DM.
No, I don't.
Me, when I'm bored, I go there.
And I don't even manage my account.
Okay.
So, but I have the app on my phone.
Okay.
So when I'm bored, I go
You
there
just
and
go
I sometimes
there,
check my
you
inbox.
You see people send you, actually they feel like, oh, you're some girl on TV who's, and most often, I must say this, I don't know whether it is just me, most often it was foreign people. They're people from Amsterdam, those places, Germany.
They are bored.
German for no.
I was actually getting messages from them. I'm in Germany. Do you want me to buy a ticket for you?
Thank
to come
you.
for Holidays? And
Thank you.
I don't even respond to it.
Thank you. And they're always in flooding. Me, it used to be my Facebook, they will flood there. Oh, how about you come for a holiday? I watch you on TV and I like you, and they will stalk you.
Well, I think it's because they try it on some and it worked. So they feel we are all like that.
And maybe that's why we all been tagged like that.
Yeah.
Oh, TV girls or me, shower girls. So sorry, but that's what they say about us.
I think it's because they feel, say, we have a lot of demands and we need money to finance
In their
that
head,
demand.
in their mind.
So they can
Which
get-
still brings us back to the same patriarchal stereotype. You have a lot of demands. What makes them think you're not being paid enough to meet your demands? Why do you need somebody to help you meet your demands? Because you're working.
Well, I
You have
think
to be
sometimes
flashy for
we
TV.
have availed ourselves to that.
And also, I think as for payment in media, it's not news.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
like,
news.
you know,
You know,
it's
it's
media
not
there.
news. So it's not something
And then
that you are hiding.
sometimes you look at this person and then you can guess how much the person
Every
is
day
making.
No,
And
apart from that, guessing how much every day the person is looking flashy.
that's what I'm saying. And then you look at how the person look every day on TV and you ask yourself, how is she able to finance this?
But
kind
they
of
don't
living?
also know that a lot of things you're wearing. Oh,
It's
wear
for
this
free.
dress
Some of them are for
and
free.
advertise.
Sponsored.
Wear this dress for me. I want to sponsor
Oh,
your
but they
shoes.
know.
I want
They
to
follow you on social media. They see you to do the ads for this
But
people.
some
What-
people
it's
don't
just a
really,
mindset.
in their head, this girl
And then I
is
think
flashy
now
on
too,
TV.
most of us are doing side jobs.
A lot.
Yeah, most of
Because
us.
we've come to realize that you need to do something.
Exactly.
You know, you
Something
need to have a
more.
side gig.
Hustle.
You need to have a side hustle. It's unfortunate that tag, and I think we are part of the reasons why people are tagging us. Because if somebody should listen to this song and they don't know anybody in Ghana, they don't know any woman in Ghana, and they listen to the song, oh, so this is what they like.
So this is how
It's a
she's selling
description.
Ghana to the outside world.
It's a description. Okay, so this is,
think it's
oh, so they don't even like the young guys. Okay, so this, okay, so I need to pose like I'm married before they like
But
me.
it's not the reality.
Please,
also
I like
on ground.
six packs.
It's not the reality.
Let me just
You
put
have
that
to-
there.
That's not the reality, Miss G.
Oh, you're sure?
It's not the reality.
No,
Let's not
Because-
be hypocritical about this.
because a lot of people say this is a
Because
lot of
I
people's
know,
reality.
I-
Because was
I
going to
know
make-
a lot of people in the media that are not like that.
No, but you know a lot of people in the media that are not like that. But it doesn't mean that it's not the reality on the streets as well, beyond the media, in other spaces. Because look, let's go back to what happened a few years ago. Somebody granted an interview and says to live in Ghana as a celebrity, you have to look for a sugar daddy, blah, 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 blah.
Why do you have to
We're
look for a
lying to
sugar
ourselves
daddy?
that
You
that's
have
not
to
the reality.
you have to live within your means. You see, all of these things
No,
I
but that
talk.
one is the news. It is
No,
casa.
no, Gloria,
Jackie,
nye kasa
kasa.
keke. Gloria, nye kasa keke.
Oh,
Mami,
kasa.
tell her
Across
this. Let
by
me tell
plan.
you this.
And your plan
Let
is
me tell you
how?
this. Gloria, when I started TV, I didn't have a car, but I was on TV, and I did Soccer Academy. And if you know at the time, Soccer Academy, the whole Ghana watches Soccer Academy. I had to pick Trotro sometimes. And I was always worrying my dad. He would go and drop me. Days when he's not well, I would pick Trotro. And when I picked the Trotro, everybody, no. I said, oh, yeah, me. Me sound with TV, so time way. It's not like I didn't have money to pick the taxi. But taxi, me, should be a mete. And where the job is. If I would pick taxi every day,
It wasn't sustainable.
sustainable.
So Jackie, at that point, you won't tell me that. At that point, if you had somebody that said, "Oh, Jackie, the way you have been picking the trot
If I was let me tell you, if I was picking the taxi, then I would be in a hurry to look for some, because I won't tell you that somebody wasn't coming,
Please.
or people were not
Please,
coming.
please.
People were coming, but in my head, I don't need you because I was all
then it's
right.
only you, Jackie. It's you
not
out of
only
a
me.
lot.
Gloria,
if
it's
you,
not only
if you are,
me.
if you
It's
line
not-
10 ladies here, it's only 3 that will told Jackie's like, Pebre.
That's
Let's
my
be
answer.
honest. It's
Let's
the
be
reality
honest.
on
That is what
the ground.
most
There's a
young
lot of
women. That is
things
what
happening.
most young women are.
But the unnecessary pressure. It shouldn't be the case.
Exactly, that is what we should
Why is it the
talk
case?
about.
It is the case because you are putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. You are seeing MzGee wearing a certain hair, and you
then
think
video,
that MzGee has
standard.
done media for more than 10 years, and you think that hey, Mami Nkope Obi, that person should also give me money to get MzGee's hair.
Unnecessary-
It's the unnecessary pressure.
Yeah.
When I did
Social
so it's
media.
us. So
It's
we have
us.
to advise ourselves.
It's us.
first.
So, but
Hey, but
when
when-
MzGee
yes.
posts a picture, she's writing hair by Batikani New. There are people you are seeing. Where's my camera? There are people you are seeing flashy. They don't have, my dear. They don't have.
No, but you see, the Sikani is not from your company anymore. To them, you see, big man, be best show.
Every flower show.
Do you know
You know even need
how
your
many
salary to
how,
survive.
how many girls are on TV that have big men? Let's be also honest.
See,
Yeah, no,
young
they-
women are much sharing, and the reality is, it's written nowhere. Say we share young big man or be talking about. I know some people who have dated. I know people who have dated more than 2-3 sugar daddies, but I'm from. I think we should rather motivate the women to
work
be
hard.
industrious.
Exactly.
And me, I always say this, not to say that also that when you fall in love with somebody, don't fall. If it's genuinely falling in love with the person, now I'm saying
That's
you're wasting.
fine, yeah.
But don't come on TV with the perception say,
Oh,
wow,
but
when
no.
you're a big man.
And don't let
That's
flashy things move you.
on TV. Let's take a break here. When we come back, and let's talk about some of the challenging moments we've had, as females in this male-dominated, whether you like it or not, industry.
It is,
But Jackie says there are lots of women on TV than AE, so I don't know whether, whatever industry you call it, we find ourselves in. Alright, so we are back talking about being ladies in the industry, and this is almost like the concluding part of this conversation where we want to talk about some of the challenges individually that we faced, as females in this. And I want to start with, let me start with you, Queendalyn. It's like, you ever ready? Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, for gospel, I wouldn't say that it's male dominated. I think we're at par because there's a lot of females, upcoming, existing legends.
But do you get the same opportunities as the men?
opportunities there? It's structural. it's structure. It's you, your team. How good, how well is your team working? How good is the artist? How good is the content you're putting out? How far are you willing to push yourself? Is the structure. So if you don't have that, obviously, whether you're male or female,
and I think branding
you will fall short.
So how come we say the thing is male dominated? Because your industry, you feel like you're a par.
Yeah.
In our side, we also feel like there are many women on TV, even though they are closest to these women being on TV.
I think the men are paid well than we the females.
Hey,
No.
Not in your part.
the women are paid
I think
better.
in the media.
It's your
In
team.
the media.
What can they negotiate for you?
No, because you
Because
I'm
in the
waiting to hear
media.
what the boys will also say. But what you're saying, so you don't think that
I don't think
there are challenges?
Yeah, I don't think, no, there are challenges, but I don't think it's a
That pertains to women.
male-dominated, that pertains to women. In terms of criticism, the women in the gospel sector get much more criticism than the men, because everybody is looking at the dress, is it long enough? The lash, is there lash? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Is there makeup? Is there lip gloss or something else? You know, and the man just puts his picture and everybody's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then the woman puts her picture and they're like, this your hair. Why is this so curly? Why is it so long? Gospel artists these days, females these days, why do they dress like, you know? And it's crazy because we're in the 21st century, and that's when really you can't expect us to wear black robes as the women in Israel. So I feel we get more of the criticism in terms of how we look, how we dress, how we sound. A man can have a husky voice, and everybody's like, hey, oh, you know, anointing. A female will come and this one there. You know, so it's like, if you're a lady and you have the jazzy feel, then some people feel like
you don't know Christ. You don't know
Why
Christ.
are you playing with a song like that? Then if you sing like the old school too, people sit and say you need to reform yourself. You know, but when it's the men, it's acceptable. Hey, bless you, sir. Man of God. Man of God. Meanwhile, you've not gone to any pastoral school. But when a woman has gone to a pastoral school, it's not woman of God always. And even when you're a pastor, it's a lady pastor. Where exactly in the dictionary is there a lady pastor? You're a pastor. That's where I feel, you know, the whole
Women empowerment.
we need to be inclusive. We need to.
But it's amazing that all these things you're talking about, it's women who are complaining plenty. The people who are saying your voice is like this, this is
It's
like
possible.
This.
It's possible.
Oh, but that one it's everywhere. We are our worst enemies. If a
But
marriage
this
breaks
saying
down, it's the woman that
women
went in.
are their worst enemy. I beg to differ.
Yeah,
A
we
bit.
can prove it.
Do you know why? Because in my 7 years of doing media, it's been women that's been helping me.
You have been lucky.
It's been women.
Grace has
Honestly,
given you women.
My very first opportunity, well, it was a man that took me, but if the woman had said no, that was a black coffee. If she had said, I don't want to work with her, that would be it. Yes. But she embraced it. She taught me how to produce, how to direct. She taught me everything I know now. Along the line, Delay came in, Nanaba came in, like Beatrice. It was just women. You know, women, they'll text you, I see what you're doing, continue doing it. I don't know. You can't tell me they're faking it.
Oh,
because
no,
what
obviously
will you get
they are
from
not.
faking it, you know. But
Obviously
they'll text you every now and then, you're doing good, I'm watching you. So,
well, it's also not to say that there are not some good women in
Exactly.
the space.
Oh,
but
there are.
majorly, you see a lot of women being the ones, you know, instigating another woman's fall. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. In
And
a lot
I think,
of circles.
mostly it's not somebody who's ahead of you. It's mostly
Somebody who is
somebody
threatened.
who is just on the
either
same level
on the
with
same
you
level or below,
exactly.
beneath you.
Exactly.
And I think majorly they are, is it that the people who do me buy hatchet? Oh, no, bet now buy, yeah, you know, that kind of thing. Exactly. Yeah, bo, say you so
Exactly.
that kind of people.
Grace.
And, they don't know. I tell you,
Grace.
you don't know what
Grace.
grace is.
Grace,
You
man.
can't
don't know what
fight
grace
grace.
Hey, you can't.
You don't know what grace
I
is.
love that we are all knowledge.
Yes. Oh, I'm a child of grace. Their mouth knows the keyboard.
Yeah.
Which is good. Technicality is good, but then you see someone that is just so
Doesn't really
simple,
have it,
doesn't even understand. Probably is not even sure of herself or himself. And that's the person on billboards in the US, in the UK, and worldwide. Like someone like Sinach, she's someone I always think about, and I'm like,
Okay, what's been some of the challenges you've had?
Well,
And so you're talking about being a boss of a media
mine
house
has
and
to
how
do with building Angel TV. I think I was around 24 years. And then there were not too much women managing
Media houses
in Ghana. And I had no journalism background. I was actually doing my first degree in the university. I had my HND, but I was doing my first degree. And then I had to work with men who were older than me, experienced. So it's either you stand on your feet, you have to be stern, or they walk on you. Now, if you don't take care, they will say you are being too bossy or you are being rude. But you need to stand your ground. You know things that goes into the media industry, or else they will ride on you. And that is one problem that I faced building up the TV station. And then it got to a time that the credit that is due you will never be given to you. You know, they think somebody should take credit for your success. But what we need to understand is setting up a TV station or a media outfit is not a joke. You know, it's one thing managing or taking up a TV station to manage, and it's another thing building the station from the scratch. You need to set up structures. You need to draw your own organogram. Like I did everything
from scratch.
From scratch.
Oh wow! Congratulations to you. That must be a lot of work, you know.
And you go out there, and then people are taking credit for what you have done, or they are either undermining your efforts, like you did absolutely nothing. And that is one challenge that I faced, and sometimes it eats me up. Yeah. But with my show, because it is my own show, I produce the show myself, so I'm not really feeling too much pressure on me. The only problem is my audience. You know, I used to host my show in Tree, and now I'm doing a blend of both Tree and English. Though the Tree is dominant, I start with the English segment, and then I move to the Tree segment, and it hasn't been easy because I'm appealing to a different kind of audience now. So it hasn't been easy. So that's I think that's all.
You know, there's one perception that people have that, you know, just because you brought in that part that, you know, you used to do in Tree, that when you're doing your local language broadcast, that would you.
That's not true.
A lot of people look down on us.
They do.
The fact that somebody speaks good English doesn't mean the person is knowledgeable or wait.
That's true.
Managing a TV station, I had the opportunity to interview people. And then I realized that during job interviews, those who are very vocal, those who are able to express themselves, come up with ideas, or DABC, they are the people you employ and they can't do shishi. Because there are some people who are shy, who are not able to really talk. But you give them the opportunity and they will marvel, you'll be marvel by the things they do.
That is true.
You know,
that's true.
So I am somebody who, I don't really believe in talkatives. I don't really believe in paper as well.
Jackie, your challenges.
I think one major challenge that I'm sure everybody in our space is facing is the stereotyping, is the perception people have about us. And it's unfortunate because we're all not like that. And it's sad because especially when you meet people outside and they want to have a conversation with you, and it's not just people, like maybe a potential suitor, you know, and they're like, oh, media 40, you know, and that's actually it's a big challenge because everybody thinks, oh, once you're in the media, you are like this. You have somebody who is doing this for you. You have like 8 people. This one is doing this. You know,
true.
Like that's the perception. And today I want to sit here and say that's not the case for everybody. Another, I think, is once you are in this space, then you are shallow.
Especially if you're doing entertainment.
Which, unfortunately, that's wrong. Because to be honest and to be fair, there are a lot of people that have transitioned from entertainment into doing serious business. Like
but why is it so? That's my problem. So I don't begrudge anybody who wants to shift from entertainment to do what they call serious business. I only feel like they only cement the argument that entertainment is not serious business.
there are some people that it's not really entertainment they want to do. They're starting from somewhere. But we've had people, Oprah is not a news anchor. Oprah is not a political host. Oprah is a lifestyle host. But who is Oprah? Even your favorite news anchor is looking up to Oprah. So it's not it's for me, I think it is how you deliver sometimes. People would think whatever they want to think. Like I'm saying right now, we are trying to change their mindset. You cannot watch MzGee on TV and say MzGee is dumb.
Because that girl no entertainment or entertainment for the main.
Then it's their problem because they are very shallow.
No, but Jackie, it's a wide thing. I mean, it's something that even in this, we see the discrimination of male and female. A lady would happily marry a musician, an actor, and proudly say, my husband is an actor. My husband is a musician. He makes, you know, Davido is my husband. Who doesn't want to be Davido's wife, you know, because he makes a lot of money. The reverse is what it says, even when the female musician is making so much money. You get married and your husband wants, you know what, when are you retiring from music? Can you be a wife? So you see people get married and then they no longer, they no longer can be entertainers or they no longer can do music because all of a sudden, or your husband wants to manage you, he wants to go everywhere with you just because he has that perception as well. That when you are out there,
is what we want
men are looking at you.
We want to take away this evening.
So it's time for us to play a game here, and let's see how well we can do this. It's going to be short, but I hope it's nice. Let's get words that have a double O in the middle. So for example, and that's my answer, book.
A double O? Fool.
Floor.
What?
Floor.
It doesn't have a double. It doesn't have a
floor.
The floor has
F. Floor. Sorry.
Floor.
What about you?
Tool.
Root.
She said two.
School.
Okay.
Pool.
Cool.
Fool.
Oh, she said full already.
No. She
Door.
said tool.
Door.
She said
No,
tool.
the first answer-
she said
fool.
tool.
The first answer was
said
fool.
Oh, okay.
Door.
Is that fool?
Yeah, the first
Or
one.
food?
No, fool.
There's food.
Okay. I said cool.
You said cool.
Who is going out loud?
Okay, let's go to the next one because no. Nobody wants to go out. Okay, so give us your game.
Countries or places. So it's simplified. Okay, so it could be cities or whatever. That starts with A. Amsterdam.
Abidjan.
Argentina.
Accra.
Wait for your turn.
Okay, so continue.
Angola.
Afghanistan.
Athens.
America.
Arab states.
Jackie.
Algeria.
Angola.
She said Angola.
Names of countries.
Or
Countries. Yes. Countries.
Places.
Towns. Yeah. Cities.
Okay.
That starts with B.
Okay.
Belgium.
Bulgaria.
Bethel.
Barcelona.
Birmingham.
But so many.
No, there's no place like that. Their own place. Which one is better than me? Gethsemane.
I'm confused, you right?
Yeah.
Babylon.
Hey, and why research?
Come Bible school.
Here is your turn.
Okay, let's do the mathematics.
Yay.
Adding 5 is 2.
7.
They're running.
You got idea, yet you couldn't do any.
It's the way they think.
Hey, I took it so much time. Jackie's calculating.
What did you say? 17.
7.
12, 17.
She's calculating.
At this point, 27. But at this point, if I go here again, you take 32.
37.
42. 47. Hey, it's 57. At this point, good night.